Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Evening. Would be good to have your cameras on. This is a special masterclass that we are conducting from Crack, and we have it on selected Saturdays, where we talk about a certain skill that is very important for young professions like all of you to learn at a very early age. And we also have our guest speaker already with us, but I'm just allowing you a few seconds to switch on your videos, please. Just to give you some idea of the history, this is actually season 5 for the Crack brand. We have done close to 35 of such sessions already, where we have conducted various skills that people need while they succeed in their professional lives. This is one of those sessions, and we are going to talk about a very, very interesting topic about how do you manage your personal finance. Now, if someone would have told this to me at your age, I would have felt कि अरे मुझे क्या जरूरत है personal finance की अभी, so early in my life. I'll first earn a lot of money and then we'll see what to do with personal finance. But that's not the case. When I came across friends like Satya, I realized that I could have done a lot better when I was your age, and that's the reason of this session. So our special guest, our guest of honor today is Satyendra Singh. I know Satya from my college days. Satya and I studied together at SPJ, and post that he has gone on to do a lot of stellar things from his professional experience, which I let him introduce. But one of the most important things that he has done among everything is that he tells me that he is financially independent now, along with his entire family, and as you can guess, at quite an early age. And that's why there's a lot to learn from him, and I'm sure all of you will also go back with a lot of learnings. Guys, as always, keep yourself on mute. You can ask your questions on the chat box. You can obviously always unmute yourself also and ask, but if you raise your hand, it becomes a little easier for us to allow you to answer the questions. Also, it is important that you're participative. The more involved you are, the more you will learn. We'll try to keep it to 1 hour only. But आप जितना सवाल पूछोगे, it's better because you will absorb and learn a lot more. Satya, handing over to you. I'm excited myself also to attend the session and know a lot about managing personal finance. Over to you.
Thanks, Devo. And hi, everyone. Yeah, Devo, I hope I'm audible. If I'm not audible to any, if people are not able to hear me, just please message me. But Devo, looks like I'm good, right?
Yeah, clearly audible.
Great. Hi, everyone. Great to be part of this session. And what I will do in this journey is to help you understand that financial independence is more dependent on behavior, your own thinking about finance, or what we call financial psychology, than anything else. It is not at all depends on your skill or IQ. It's about how you approach money, and I'll try to share some of those, and also give you what I do for my own personal finance. I'll put you exactly what I do, and you all can pick some things from there, and I believe that everybody can pick it up, right? So it is not about quantum, but just so we'll go through this session. It's going to be short. We'll have it interactive. Yeah, so I'll share my screen, and then we will start with that. Okay, let me just somehow, I think Zoom has to do something for me. 1 minute.
Yeah, you are allowed to share, Satya, as per.
Yeah. I have to maybe quit and reopen. Guys, just allow me to maybe I may just leave the meeting. Yeah. Apologies. I believe now I should be allowed to, share my screen. Okay. Can we see the screen?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. You know, so let's start, guys. So it's an interesting question, right? Most of us are here, and we all must be thinking that how to be a millionaire, right? I'll come to it. We will, you all. Some of my close friends also refer me as Satya. So I'm a Bihari born in Calcutta, married to a North Indian, and now I'm settled in South India, which is Bangalore. Yeah, I'm Devo's classmate from SPJMR. Besides that, I'm also an engineer from MIT, Manipal. I'm a second-time entrepreneur. First venture was a borderline failure. So you all should know that about me. This is not somebody who has been success throughout, and I'm starting my second venture. Also wanted to specify, guys, I'm not a certified financial advisor. What I am is that I'm curious about investment and wealth generation and have been for quite some time, uh, almost 18, 19 years. Yeah, so that is where I come from, and that is where I will share my personal experiences. Devo, I hope I'm audible to everybody.
Yeah, very clearly.
Okay. Guys, I don't understand crypto. I don't mean the technology, but I don't understand crypto as investment. I also don't understand future and options or trading. I don't understand all these real, real money gaming. So Dream 11 and stuff. So yeah, if you are looking for that, you may get disappointed. So I don't know, and I don't, use those vehicles. I love dogs and automobiles. You can see my family. So I have two kids. One is my 7.5-year-old daughter, and other is a 1.5-year-old lab, Mojo. Yeah, so that's my family, guys. Okay, and then that's me. So welcome everyone. Okay, so this is something which is going to be interactive. Why do we want financial freedom? And I want all of you to at least type one word which comes to your mind, and I want to check that on the chat window. So guys, and yeah, so we have 35 people. At least we should have 35 entries. And I'm going to wait. Just this is also to ensure that everybody is attentive. So why financial freedom? Okay, great. Bhavna, Aditya. Okay, so we have, a few entries. Great. Good to see that from everyone. Okay. Great. Great to have that. Right. So what I see from many of you is that you're talking about freedom, right? And that's one theme which is coming: freedom and independence. And of course, security. Those are things which are coming across, all your things. Now, what will financial freedom actually do to you? Now, this is, guys, these are my versions, and ये मेरी understanding है. आप सब लोग की understanding थोड़ी different हो सकती है, and that's perfectly all right, right? So let's move to what I believe is the, why do you want financial freedom? What actually money gives you, if you really look at it, is actually to control your time. So your time is the highest dividend money pays. What that means is, if you have enough money, right, jo bhi up to which can take care of your future needs, what it does to you is to allow you to spend your time the way you want it, with whom you want it, and whenever you want it. That's what is my version or my understanding of financial freedom. So example, if I am financially independent, that allows me that I like to start a venture, right? And that allows me to start a venture without worrying about that I have to still go to a certain job which I don't like. Again, I want to make it very clear, guys, I'm not saying jobs are not important. It's very, very important. I am where I am because of certain jobs that I have done, right? So it's just very, very important. In no way, please do not construe it or ये समझ के नहीं जाइए कि यार ये तो मतलब जॉब करने की जरूरत नहीं है, हार्डवर्क की जरूरत नहीं है. What I'm trying to tell you is कि आप जब फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम आपको मिल जाएगा तो वो क्या अलाउ करता है आपको? वो अलाउ करता है कि आप जिसके संग जितना समय स्पेंड करना चाहें और जिस तरीके से स्पेंड करना चाहें वो आप कर सकें. That is what financial freedom will do to you, right? There are many things on living a luxurious life. I am not so sure. मैं sure नहीं हूँ कि that will happen, and we'll come to it, right? So let's go through it. If anybody has any point or any comment, I'm happy to hear. You can unmute yourself, and if you want to make a comment, feel free to. If there are no more, I'll move. So let's see, right? Most of the people think that what is financial success? Does it depend on your IQ? Is it dependent on your IQ? Now the answers will be very, very different when we come. Actually, it depends on what many people call behavioral psychology, or I'm using the word financial psychology. So it's ये hard science नहीं है, जैसे कि आपने maths और equation नहीं है. क्या इसमें कुछ logic है? Yes, but ये एक soft skill है. It's more of how you behave towards money is the most important thing. So अगर आप एक lesson लेकर जाना चाहते हैं, with whatever that I'm going to talk about or all the gyan, is that your behavior towards money is the most important factor which can actually make you financially successful or financially independent. If anybody is not very clear with Hindi or or want me to repeat a line, please feel free to put it on the chat or just call it out, unmute yourself and call it out. Else I'll understand कि आप लोगों को सब समझ में आ रहा है. So is this clear? So please understand, it's not upon your IQ. आप IIT से हो, आप नहीं हो, you are just a class 12 pass out. Yeah, Basu, I'll repeat. What I'm saying is that जो आपकी सोच है पैसे की तरफ, वो सबसे ज्यादा important factor है which will lead you to becoming financially independent. It does not depend on that how smart you are is the main thing that we all should note. I'll move forward. Vasu, is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So guys, feel free to, otherwise I'll not know. I'll just be speaking to a screen. So feel free to speak and then call out and clarify. And if any point is not clear, I'm happy to. Okay. Now, this is the first lesson. There are many lessons, but मैं थोड़ा सा simplify करूँगा और एक दो चीजें आप लोगों को सिखाने की कोशिश करूँगा यार. There is something called a philosophy called never enough, right? What does that mean? It means that what I am calling it, that the hardest financial skill which we all have to pick up is that to stop moving the goalpost. What I mean by goalpost, imagine kijiye ki, you are, let's say you are living a very happy, content life in a 2 BHK. But human behavior is to aim for a 4 BHK in a much more posher locality, in a much more posher car, right? And that is one of the biggest or the hardest skills that we need to learn, that there is something called never enough. जो want और needs के बीच में होती है, right? एक होता है need और एक है want, right? जो want होती है, it is never enough, right? So learn that skill and understand that is very important. What it means also is that we as people have to start learning to be content. I am not saying कि content का मतलब है कि यार money is bad, guys. No, I love I mean, I'm a capitalist, so I love money. But and money is important. But at the same time, also know that there's nothing called enough. Is that clear to everyone? Or does anybody want me to repeat it? So जो आपका goal post है, अगर आप उसको control कर पाते हो, that is a big success towards actually having a financial independence. Now, when somebody says, or let's say if I make a claim कि मैं financially independent हूँ, what does that mean? It means कि जो आज की मेरी lifestyle है, which is enough. So I have enough, what I would call passive wealth, which is wealth which can take care of me in my current lifestyle. So if I'm driving let's say a small car today, the moment I desire कि नहीं यार मुझे तो अब एक Porsche या एक Ferrari चाहिए, right? Maybe I have money to buy that, but will that give me financial independence? No. The moment I go in and buy that, then it takes out my financial independence, because I have financial independence for my current lifestyle, right? Today I am staying in a 2 BHK in a let's say in Bangalore. Now somebody says, no, you go and buy a villa in Bangalore, would you become financially independent? No. The moment I do that, then I'm sorry, I am not financially independent. Then I'll still have to start now running the same race again. I hope that is clear to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so please learn this, something called never enough, right? So there are many examples. There is a gentleman called Bernie Madoff. आप लोगों ने नाम सुना हो, I don't know if anybody has heard. If anybody has heard, they can please put it on the chat. So that gentleman was actually doing very well in his life. वो 30 to 50 million US dollars, and 1 million US dollar is 7 crore, right? तो मतलब आप समझ के रखिए कि 300 से 400 crore he was earning, and he was pretty wealthy, right? That is wealthy by any definition. Still, he's today called, and he was earning that, but he was not satisfied with it. It was for him, it was never enough. And he was earning this through legitimate business means. Eventually, because that was not enough for him, he did some kind of a fraud, and he's today is called one of the biggest fraudster ever exist in the world. So learn that there's nothing called never enough. Agar aap comparison karna chahenge, then you can always compare, right? Now you can compare within your locality, within your, so I can start comparing myself with, let's say, Ambani's or Adani's if I want to today. और कुछ नहीं तो चलो यार मस्क के संग कंपेयर करते हैं, एलन मस्क, everybody knows, right? The moment I start comparing, then I have never enough. So is it easy thing? Not at all. But if you all can figure out that, yeah, there is nothing called enough, right? So if you learn that skill to be content, I think that is one big step towards financial independence. No, Nasdaq Stock Exchange का chairman नहीं था, but anyway, Aditya. This is okay. Now, this is an interesting one which I wanted to talk to you guys, right? And that's why getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. You can, there are. So what I'm going to talk to you all is that investment or financial independence is more than making good decision. It is about consistently not screwing up. Consistently not screwing up and not giving away whatever you have made. And that's why, you know, this completes the whole thing. That people say that if you want to be a millionaire, start with $1 billion and launch a new airline. So this whole thing goes कि most of the airlines actually, तो अगर आपको मिलियनियर बनना है तो $1 billion से स्टार्ट कीजिए, एयरलाइन स्टार्ट कीजिए और एक एयरलाइन स्टार्ट कीजिए. More often than not, you lose your billions and you'll become a millionaire, right? We have Vijay Mallya, we have Captain Gopinath of Deccan Airways, we have Jet Airways, Naresh Chandra, you know, and in fact, our own Air India never made profits, right? So just to give you an example, that it's, see, once you have created some wealth, right, and we'll come to it, that how do you do that? It is very important to preserve your wealth. And preserving wealth, there are some common sense things that you can do to preserve your wealth. The moment you go for, you know, extraordinary things, more often than not, there are high chances of you losing it. So to get two things, guys, this is the second thing that I'm trying to make you understand. It's very important to preserve your wealth, and that means not screwing up. And not screwing up with your wealth, right? And the first one is to learn to be content, and, you know, and know this, that there's nothing called never enough, right? There'll always will be people, unless until you're Elon Musk today, there'll always will be people who will be wealthier than you, you know. So there is that races you can't. At the same time, there'll always will be people who are, let's say, not as wealthy as you in life. Okay, so here is a question, and I want you guys to read this and vote. So we'll have a quiz on this, and I want all of us, all 35 of us, to actually vote on this. So, and this is very important, and then whatever intuitively comes to you, please vote for that. So would you rather have 100 crore, or the amount you would get from doubling a rupee 1 coin every day for a month? And imagine that month has 31 days. Basically what I'm saying is कि अगर मैं आपको 31 दिन के बाद, या तो आपको 31 दिन के बाद 100 करोड़ रुपए देता हूं, इमेजिन कीजिए, या, और ये क्रेडिट के कॉइन्स नहीं है, अगर कोई क्रेडिट यूज करता है तो, या एक आपको एक कॉइन देता हूं, उस कॉइन से 31, और वो कॉइन हर दिन डबल होता है. डबल होने का मतलब, आज अगर वो 1 रुपए है तो कल 2 हो जाएगा, और फिर वो 2 फिर डबल हो जाएंगे, तो थर्ड डे जो है आपका वो 4 रुपए हो जाएगा, राइट? या तो एक ऐसा कॉइन दूं जो 31 डेज के बाद जो भी अमाउंट आएगा वो आपको दे दूं, या 100 करोड़ दे दूं. वी वांट फ्रॉम एवरीबॉडी, प्लीज आंसर दैट व्हाट डू यू वांट.
Guys, you would have the question on your screen. It's the same question. You can actually vote for the answer Satya is asking for. Once you all have voted, I'll flash the results that we get on the screen. We have got 19 votes till now. In fact 20 as I speak, and let all of us vote. There are some 37 people on the call. Let's try and see that all of us vote.
If anybody hasn't got the question, I'm happy to repeat it. Please call it out. Okay, if anybody wants to see the question, I'll go back.
Yeah, we've got 90% participation, Satya. I think that's good. Shall I project the answer?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you can see the screen, 69% people have taken option 2, where they say that I would want to double that coin on a daily basis, and 31% people need the 100 crores that you have offered them. Yeah.
Great. So this is very good, yeah. So almost 70% of us understand what is compounding. So can anybody want to tell me what do you mean by compounding? I want to hear that. It's like it's one of the most important concept in finance. So compounding का क्या मतलब है? What is meaning by compounding? Anybody wants to take a shot? And then guys, ये intuitively समझने की जरूरत है, and it's okay if we're not able to explain or not know. I mean, it took me many years to understand this, so there's nothing like that. But I want somebody to call out. What do we?
Sir, compounding means when we get the interest on what we have get the interest. Means today if we get the interest on any amount, the next day we will get interest on that interest also.
Very good. Basically, so ऋतिक आप बोल रहे हैं कि इंटरेस्ट के ऊपर भी आपको इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा, यही आप बताने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Okay, very good. Anybody else?
Aditya, Achal, you have raised your hand. Please feel free to answer.
Yes, sir. Compounding means the.
Go ahead, Aditya.
हाँ सर, कंपाउंडिंग मतलब कि सिंगल शॉट में लाइक पैसा नहीं, यानी पैसिव वे में एक कंसिस्टेंसी से उस पैसे को लाइक कंपाउंड करना. लाइक अगर आज इस ईयर एंड तक मेरे पास जैसे 10 लाख अगर हो चुके हैं, ठीक है, तो नेक्स्ट एनम में मैं उस 10 का 20 या 30 कैसे करता हूँ उसको करना. लाइक एक प्रॉपर वे में सर्कल चलना मनी का, जिसकी वजह से आपकी जो इनकम है वो बढ़ती जाती है, ना कि कम होगी.
Okay, thank you. Achal? Achal, you want to say something? Go ahead, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Actually, sir, I want to give an example. Can I?
Yeah, please go ahead.
सर, जैसे हम लोग सोचते हैं कि मेरे पास आज 1 लाख रुपए है और मैंने इसको किसी म्यूचुअल फंड में डाल लिया, इर्रिस्पेक्टिव कोई भी हो, कंपाउंडिंग की मैं बात कर रही हूँ, तो हमें उस पर तो इंटरेस्ट मिल ही रहा है, जो भी इंटरेस्ट मार्केट में चलेगा, है ना. 4 साल के बाद ना वो जो अमाउंट है वो 1 लाख जो है वो भी डबल हो जाता है कंपाउंडिंग से. हम लोग चाहे तो एक छोटा छोटा अमाउंट करके जमा करते हैं, जैसे हम लोग पिगी बैंक में सब जमा करते हैं, हम जो जमा कर रहे हैं उस पर तो हमें इंटरेस्ट मिल ही रहा है, साथ साथ में वो जो हमारा सम है वो भी डबल होते जाता है.
Okay, very
और
good.
ये बेसिक और ये टाइम पे डिपेंड करता है, जितने ज्यादा लॉन्गर पीरियड में हम लोग रखते हैं उतना ज्यादा हमारा जो सम है वो हमें बेनिफिट देता है, उतना डबल हो जाता है.
Very good Achal, very good. So very happy to see that. Yeah, so I'll एक ग्राफ की तरह मैं थोड़ा आपको एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश करूंगा. ये सेम एग्जांपल है. So what क्या होता है अगर आप 1 रुपया लेते हैं और वो पैसा आपका हर दिन अगर डबल हो रहा है, तो 31 डेज के बाद आपके पास 100 ना, so my mistake टाइपिंग में, तो 107 करोड़ आपके पास रहेंगे. एंड अगर आप देखेंगे तो ये देखिए ग्राफ को देखिए, ये पैसा कैसे डबल हो रहा है. मतलब ऑल ऑफ अ सडन जो है क्लोजर टू जितना समय आप देते हैं उसको, वो उस स्पीड से वो एंड में काफी जल्दी इंक्रीज होता है. इज दिस क्लियर टू एवरीबॉडी?
Yes sir.
बेसिकली व्हाट, अगर आप मैथमेटिकली करें तो इसका मैथ्स का एक फॉर्मूला है. आई विल जस्ट मे बी शो दिस. इज दिस visible to people?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
तो मैं थोड़ा सा इसको बड़ा करता हूँ so that you guys can see. So देखिए फॉर्मूला जो होता है, अगर कंपाउंडिंग का अगर मैथ्स हम देखेंगे, so that is your प्रिंसिपल हमारा पे हमने डाला था, हाँ, पे डबल होना 100% हो जाता है और 31 डेज में. सो एक दिन माइनस करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि आप उतने दिन से कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं. 30 दिन ऊपर इस तरह से अमाउंट जो है ट्रैवल अमाउंट है. इफ यू लुक एट एग्जांपल 53 करोड़, तो 30th डे पे आपको 53 करोड़ मिलेगा, अगले दिन डबल हो जाता है तो 53 करोड़ बिकम्स 100. सो अगर आप इसको 15 डेज पे देखेंगे, एग्जांपल 15 डेज में कितना होता है, तो अमाउंट इज बहुत ही कम है, 32,768 होता है. सो आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग हाउ इट इज इंक्रीजिंग? सो एक्चुअली 15 दिन तक भी ये अमाउंट बहुत ही छोटा है, 32,000 है सिर्फ. 1 रुपए से आपने स्टार्ट किया था, 15 दिन पे 32,000 है. लेट्स सी कि 20 दिन पे कितना होता है. 20 दिन पे भी ये is something like 10 lakhs or something. It is 10 lakhs. So 20 दिन पे 10 lakhs है. 25 days पे it becomes close to ये 3 crore बन जाता है. और 29 days पे, और actually 38 days पे 53, and अगर आपके last days जो आप निकालते हो 31st days, it becomes 107 crore. So this what it means is कि जो आपके पैसे हैं, अगर उसको if you let it be invested, then you will actually get the maximum return. So बहुत बार लोग बोलते हैं ना कि यार फर्स्ट 1 लाख या फर्स्ट 10 lakhs हमें सेव करने में सबसे ज्यादा मुश्किल होती है, बट उसके बाद जो पैसा होता है वो बहुत ही फास्ट आपका अगर आपने इन्वेस्ट किया हुआ है तो वो मूव करता है. कुछ 1-2 और एग्जांपल्स आपको मैं दिखाऊंगा, राइट? ये तो आप लोगों ने, सब लोगों ने वॉरेन बुफे का नाम सुना होगा, राइट? अगर यू नो पीपल कॉल हिम, ही इज आई थिंक टॉप 10 रिचेस्ट में है, and people call him oracle, you know, wizard, multiple things. Interestingly, so what is interesting is that out of his 85 billion net worth, 81.5 billion जो है ना उनके 65th बर्थडे के बाद आया हुआ. तो he's अभी उन्होंने 92 बर्थडे अभी उनका हुआ था, you know. So just people we just came to know that it is, you know, अभी right now he's just 92. So उनके जो इन्वेस्टमेंट है, जब से वो कर रहे हैं इन्वेस्टमेंट, he has earned 22% CAGR, but more than 22% CAGR, his skill in उनका स्किल है इन्वेस्टमेंट का. But if you really see the reason why he has actually earned so much money or he is so rich is time. So maybe we can actually, more than giving him credit, we can give credit to his genes. The fact that Warren Buffett is alive for so long is the reason why he is so rich. Is this clear to everybody? This is an important thing that I want you guys to understand, that time is a very, very important factor in you becoming financially independent. I'll come to it. Time without saving some money is not true. You have to save some money, but as you realize, right, कि अगर एक रुपया भी अगर आप सेव कर रहे हैं, जो मैंने एक एग्जांपल बताया था, आप लोगों ने जो दिया, बहुत सारे 70% इस ग्रुप ने वोट किया कि you know we would want to take that, and that's a great thing. कि अगर एक रुपया भी आप सेव कर रहे हो, it can give you much better return than getting a lump sum, you know, or other way. Is that clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
we'll move forward. एक और एग्जाम्पल, अभी इसके बाद, ये तो ग्लोबल एग्जाम्पल है, राइट? मैंने वॉरेन बुफे का एग्जाम्पल दिखाया. अब मैं एक आपको अपना पर्सनल एग्जाम्पल एक दिखाता हूँ, राइट? दिस इज माय पर्सनल, और ये कुछ 2-4 दिन पहले मैंने इसको वो किया था, जस्ट टू गिव यू गाइस. या सो आप ये एक 2004, you know, and I was a student in an engineering college, and this is like 18 years back. उस समय मैंने इन्वेस्टमेंट स्टार्ट किया, एंड आई वाज वेरी मुझे पता नहीं था, बहुत सारी कुछ भी नहीं पता था यार. हम इन्वेस्ट वगैरह नहीं करते थे फैमिली में. मैं फर्स्ट पर्सन था जिसने इन्वेस्ट किया. तो मैंने अपने पेरेंट्स को बोला कि यू नो लेट्स अलाउ मी टू इन्वेस्ट 2,000 रुपीज फॉर 1 year. सो 2,000 into मल्टीप्लाई बाय 12 months 24,000. तो ये जुलाई 2004 में स्टार्ट किया था, और अगले जून तक 2005 तक करके 24,000 रुपीज मैंने इन्वेस्ट किया. और उस समय ये सब प्लेटफॉर्म्स नहीं होते थे जो जीरोधा या ग्रो वगैरह हैं, तो ऑफलाइन किया था. एंड दिस हैज स्टेड अभी तक, आज वो तक चेंज वगैरह नहीं हुआ है, एंड आई हैव लेट इट बी देयर. Invested in a mutual fund called Franklin India Blue Chip. You know, this is what I'm highlighting to you all. Interestingly, ना, ये आप 3 star देख रहे हो ना, what it means is, और उनकी रेटिंग होती है 1 to 5. So 5 star is the best mutual fund, 3 star is की average mutual fund. What it means that I actually ended up choosing an average mutual fund. पहली बार इन्वेस्ट कर रहा था, कुछ भी ज्यादा पता नहीं था, बट तो मैंने कुछ एक एवरेज ही म्यूचुअल फंड ले लिया. So I believe that today I'm better, I know better, so maybe I'll not choose India. ये frankly नहीं choose करूंगा. But interesting thing है कि मैंने क्या किया, either by design or I let it be. I don't think design था. ये पैसा मैंने रहने दिया उसमें. Today this 24,000 rupees is, can you all see how much it is?
2,88,000.
Yes. So ये पैसा 12 times grow कर चुका है, 12 गुना ग्रो कर चुका है from 2004 to 2000 now whatever 22 में हम in 18 years. ये जो XIRR आप देख रहे हो, इसको कहते हैं रिटर्न. क्या क्या मुझे क्या CAGR मिला, क्या रिटर्न मिला है? तो मुझे 15% का रिटर्न मिला है एनुअल. और इसके बीच में यार मार्केट ऊपर गया, नीचे गया, बहुत सारे बूम बस सारे आए. What I did right, and you all can learn from it, I just let my investment be there. I was invested in the market. So this is a personal example, एकदम latest है ये, when I shared a screenshot. So this is to give you that this is possible. Now आज मैं सोचता हूँ, my wiser self thinks कि यार मैंने सिर्फ 2,000 क्यों डाला था? Why did I not 2,000? Now you all, I'm sure कि आप सब लोग, मतलब 2,000 is nothing for you all to save in a month, right? I'm sure इससे ज्यादा आप लोग सेव कर सकते हो. Just imagine what will happen to that, right? And today I'm thinking, ये यार मुझे ना कम से कम और एक zero लगा देना चाहिए था, and then imagine what this money would have been today, right? So this is a personal example to say what can happen. I'll move forward. अच्छा, let's जो नेक्स्ट चीज आप लोग बताना कि वेल्थ क्रिएशन जो है ना, इसमें क्या वेल्थ क्रिएशन का एक फॉर्मूला है. ये फॉर्मूला है, ये फंक्शन अगर कोई समझता है तो वेल्थ कैसे क्रिएट होगा. एक तो आपका सेविंग्स, कितने आप सेव कितना कर रहे हो, राइट? एक रिटर्न, जो मैंने आपको एक रिटर्न दिखाया कि मैंने अपने दिखाया कि 15% मिलता है. वॉरेन बुफे जो कि बेस्ट इन्वेस्टर वर्ल्ड में बोलते हैं, राइट, वो उनका 22% है. और एक है टाइम. So if you really see, right, and many people think यार wealth creation ना income के ऊपर depend करता है. Actually it is wrong. वो income से कुछ भी matter नहीं करता है. What actually is important is आपकी savings के ऊपर depend करता है. Income इस function में आता ही नहीं है. तो अगर आपको wealth create करना है तो आपको save करना पड़ेगा, और जितनी early आप save करें, जितनी early in your time that you start saving, that is becomes the most important thing. जैसे आप एक एग्जांपल दिखाया मैंने कि यार 2,000 रुपए भी अगर आप सेव करते हो, इमेजिन करो 2,000 को आज अगर मैंने 20,000 सेव किया होता, तो दैट मनी दैट वी आर सीइंग दैट 2.8 lakhs or 2.9 lakhs will be 30 lakhs today, right? So this is what I would, please take this learning. It is nothing to do with your income. Imagine and there are many calculations that you can do. You may earn whatever, you may earn 50,000, you may earn 1 lakh, let's say, a month, or you may earn 5 lakhs a month. If you don't save, sorry, you will not be able to do wealth creation. So wealth creation के जो सबसे important चीज savings है and patience. Please give it time. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, we'll move to the next one. तो अब ये सब दो जो नेट हमने अभी क्या क्या चीजें बात की, विल जस्ट रिवाइज इट, राइट? बिकॉज उसके बाद हम ना बहुत ही विल गेट इनटू नट्स एंड बोल्ट्स कि हम क्या करते हैं नहीं करते हैं, राइट? सो फर्स्ट लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम बिगिनिंग. नेवर एनफ. प्लीज लर्न. देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड सो टू स्टार्ट बीइंग कंटेंट. हाउ कैन वी स्टार्ट बीइंग कंटेंट? सेकंड इज more important than getting wealthy is to stay wealthy, right? Third, understanding compounding. And this should have been fourth, saving rate जो है आपका, that is the most important thing. Again, saving does not mean that I'm saying that you don't go and enjoy your life, right? But you can always save and don't wait for कि ना मैं 5 साल के बाद सेव करूंगा. That 5 years में जो पहले आपने पैसे सेव किए ना, with that can do wonders. Whatever it is, if you can save 1,000 rupees a month, please do that. You can save 5,000 a month, please do that. Not saying that you don't enjoy your life, please do, right? I mean, what's the point of wealth if you're not going to enjoy, right? But it's important to save a part of it. Now I'll move forward to what I do, and here we will make it, that what I do and how I invest. So let's move forward. So what's my personal investment philosophy? And this is so that, and then you guys can pick it up. And now here I'll make it very, very interactive. I want you guys to ask questions because, yeah. So Naman, I see your question. I'm not sure how I can answer that, but I'll try to, right? But let's first just see what, what I do or what I save. Yeah, तो मेरा जो saving का जो philosophy है कि beginning of the month, when let's say I get a salary, right? अब salary आते ही you will start spending, right? Beginning of the month, I have a plan कि देखो इतने मेरा खर्चा होता है. Beginning of the month में I'll actually invest. So imagine कि आपकी salary, let's say 50,000 rupees है, and then you have planned कि यार taking care of all your expenses, 40,000 is what will get into, pocket money, everything. Then I'll put 10,000 में month के beginning में first week में invest कर दूंगा. Then I will actually live within my means for the next month. Now it is 10,000 or 5,000 or whatever you guys are comfortable with. And I invest as a SIP. What is SIP means is systematic investment plan. I have a very simple philosophy. Market ऊपर जाए नीचे जाए, I will invest. I don't look at the market. And as I showed you guys, right, that 18-20 years का अगर time period आप देखते हो, market movements are just not at all, relevant. Okay. I'll answer some of these questions which I'm getting. Where do I invest? So 70% of my savings goes in index fund. Index fund क्या हो? So एक थोड़ी सी philosophy है ये. एक होता है इंडेक्स फंड होता है, इसको पैसिव फंड बोलते हैं, और एक होता है एक्टिव मैनेज फंड. उसके नीचे में एक है, मैं कुछ पैसे डालता हूँ पराग पारिक फ्लेक्सी कैप फंड में. इसको पीपल कॉल एज एक्टिवली मैनेज्ड फंड. एक्टिवली मैनेज्ड फंड में क्या होता है कि देयर इज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग हु टेक्स सम मनी and he says कि यार I will use some logic and invest that money. Long term especially US market से अपने पास ये results आए हुआ है कि actively managed funds, so actively managed funds, they charge some money to manage it, something called 2% के आसपास charge होता है, 2.5%. Index fund will only charge you 0.25% as an expense. So जो study कहती है कि actively managed fund से अगर हम उनके खर्चे को निकाल लें every year, then most of the times they are actually not able to beat the market. And hence my philosophy is to actually put most of my money in index fund. Index funds are cheaper as in उनमें cost बहुत कम होता है, because वो almost computer उसको run करता रहता है. Why I am saying कि वो cost जो है 2% or 2.5%, sometimes we think is very small. Actually in long term it is not. Because again compounding का अगर आप देखो ध्यान से समझोगे तो वो 1% या 0.5% also is a very, very important thing. So hence I invest most of my money in index fund. A part of my money goes in Parag Parik Flexi Cap Fund, which is actively managed fund. So आप लोग बोलें कि you are Satya, you are saying that आप contrary चीज बोल रहे हो. उसका reason simple सा है, मुझे पराग पारिक की philosophy अच्छी लगती है. And honestly, human beings are not rational. हम rational नहीं है, तो I am also irrational. Hence I put 20% of my monthly saving in Parag Parik Flexi Cap Fund. अगर मैं बहुत cold rationality के संग decision लूँगा, तो actually I'll put all my money in index funds only. And I have also put कि मैं किस में डालता हूँ. It's called UTI Nifty 50 Index Fund. Basically, it means it's the index fund which is made of the top 50 stocks in of India. Okay. 20% of my money, monthly saving goes to Parag Parik Flexi Cap Fund. 5 to 10% goes as angel investing in startups. Just to tell you guys, startups investing are very, very risky. I don't recommend it unless and until you know what you are getting into. So you can ignore this line 4. कभी कभी क्या होता है कि आप लोग को बोनसेस मिलेंगे या ईयर एंड बोनस मिलेगा एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट, और व्हाट इज कॉल्ड वेरिएबल पे मिलता है. तो जब अगर मुझे मिलता है, मान लीजिए कि मुझे 1 लाख ऐसा बोनस मिल गया, व्हाट विल आई डू? उस market will go up or down. What I'll do is I'll park it in a short-term fund, which is what I use is access short-term fund, and usko again I'll divide it. 1 लाख मुझे मिला है तो उसको 12 मंथ्स में डिवाइड करके हर महीने में उस पैसे को अगेन आई विल पुट इट इन अ इंडेक्स फंड. Predict market. What I have learned in 18-20 years of whatever managing my own money, that we can't predict markets. Nobody can. Okay, so these are my investment philosophy. I'll also give you some gyan which is not exactly related to investment, but I think is very, very crucial. Term insurance. All of you are young. Please buy a term insurance. Understand that it is to ensure you're dependent. So if you do not have a dependent, financial dependent, please do not buy term insurance. And understand insurance is not investment. जैसे अगर आप लोगों का कार या बाइक है और आप लोगों ने उसका इंश्योरेंस लिया हुआ है, क्यों लेते हैं आप? क्योंकि कार या बाइक को कुछ हो गया, अनफॉर्चुनेटली अगर कुछ हो जाता है, then you know that you will get your money back. That's exactly what life insurance is. So buy a term insurance. You can buy from LIC, you can buy from ICICI Prudential. There are many, please buy it, but it is to ensure that in case if people are dependent on you, if your parents are dependent on you, if your spouse is dependent on you financially, then खुदा ना खास्ता अगर आपको कुछ हो जाए, so they are taken care of. That is one. Second, health insurance. Most of the young people, you don't think about it, right? But today the cost of health or medical care is very, very expensive. So one event, unfortunately can wipe out your wealth. As I told you all, right, it's important to preserve your wealth than to, एक तो creation of wealth हो गया, but preservation उससे भी ज़्यादा important है. So please buy health insurance. There are many things. हो सकता है कि आपके कंपनी का insurance cannot cover you completely. Once अगर आप retire हो जाते हो, right? And I know many of you may not be thinking about it. Then also you're not covered. So, or if you're out of your job for some reason, example, let's say I am doing my own entrepreneurship, nobody is covering, me. So I have to get a health insurance. The third one, I don't recommend real estate investment unless you are doing it for emotional reasons. So please understand, अगर आप emotional reasons के लिए कर रहे हो, घर चाहिए, अगर आप उसी घर में रह रहे हो और ये सोच के खुश हो रहे हो कि यार ये तो पहले 50 लाख का घर था, now it has become 70 lakhs, I am richer by 20 lakhs. I'm sorry, that is wrong. You cannot liquidate it. So do not think of real estate investment as investments. There are some people, so these are my recommendations. There are some masters who may be good at real estate investments. I am definitely not, and I feel it is not a liquid investment. It's very, very difficult to karna. There are some situations where it is important, where it makes sense, but in more often than not, it doesn't make sense. Please stay on rent. Buying a house is like, or taking a home loan to buy a house, I would say is one, in a very mild word, very stupid decision. The moment you buy it, actually it sets you back on your financial independence. In fact, I have a different philosophy. अगर घर खरीदना ही है, प्लीज अपने पैसे को जो आप EMI देने वाले हो बैंक लोन के लिए, उसको इन्वेस्ट कीजिए. That money will give you much more return. And let's say you save that for 5 years or 10 years and take that money out and buy your house completely. So those are my, investment philosophy. Now, yes, the floor is open for questions, and yeah, I'll stop sharing. So yes, guys, and yeah, feel free to go ahead. So, okay, let me first, कुछ questions हैं तो वो मैं, okay, let me start with Debo. Say, what age should we start in saving? Here, there is the earlier the better. The earlier the better. In fact, you can start saving with 500 rupees. Please do it, guys. As I told you, right? I showed you an example कि 2000 रुपए से मैंने saving start किया था. आज मैं ये सोचता हूँ कि उसको 2 को 5 क्यों नहीं कर दिया? Right? Imagine that 5 would have been, that 5,000 would have grown up so much today. Right? So please, the earlier you start, better. That is one question, right? So Devo. Then Vasu ka question hai, I'll come to you, Abhishek, but let me just first finish. But you guys keep typing. Investment in share market is good or not? So Vasu, what do you mean by investment in share market? And you all can be open up. देखिए, मैं invest करता हूँ in index funds, right? Have I done investment in individual shares? Yes, I have done it. After my learning from 18 to 20 years is, you can't beat the market. Please invest in index fund. Yeah, there are so many experts sitting with all the best of tools and computers and systems. They are also not able to beat market. तो हम लोग तो किस मूली मतलब किस खेत की मूली हैं is what I would say, right? Many of us, we all have high regards for Warren Buffett, right? All of us say यार Warren Buffett. आप लोग को एक जो मेरी जो philosophy है कि why are people not able to repeat Warren Buffett, or let's say example Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, who just passed away. The fact is probably they're not उनका जो exception, because there are only few people who have made so much money from stock market. It just means that there is no science to repeat it. You can't follow a process and become rich. So if you want to play it as a lottery, then it's a very different thing. I don't understand that. Otherwise, what I understand is that being average is good. Earning a 15% return every year, if you are there in the market for 5 to 10 years, is an excellent return. Aiming to get more than that may not be good. Again, I go back to the एक जो आपको psychology सिखाया था कि यार wealth preservation is more important than wealth generation, right? So Vasu, is share market investment good? यार मेरे पैसे, if I look at it, सारे invested हैं share market में, but किस तरीके से invested है? I invest in index fund. I invest in the top 50 companies of India, and I believe in the India story. But if you're saying that, should we invest in individual stocks? My recommendation is not. You still want to do it? I'll leave it to you guys. I have done in individual stocks. Trust me, I can't beat the market. What is the best method for saving? Deepika, बहुत simple है. पहले तो, and I know you guys are typing and I wish you did. First, get a good job, work hard at it. Whenever you get your salary, पहले week में please invest a part of it. Now it could be 10%, and then rest you have to learn to manage your life. That's what I would say. That's the way to save. What is the best method? Method आप लोग को मैंने बता भी दिया कि मैं किस में इसमें करता हूँ, and आप लोग 500 rupees से start कर सकते हो. I use Zerodha as a platform. You all can use Grow, and there may be more of them. I don't recommend any, or not say कि कोई अच्छा है या बुरा है, but Zerodha है, Grow है, and there are many, right? I mean, if there are Naman, how to save in such an expensive environment? यार lifestyle never enough वाली philosophy जो है अपने हमें मतलब बहुत simple philosophy है. We'll have to अपनी जितनी चादर है उतना ही पाँव हमें फैलाना होगा. We have to learn that, right? There is never enough वाली philosophy तो है. So we have to manage in that. That's what I would say. And what is ये पराग पारिक फ्लेक्सी कैप फंड एक म्यूचुअल फंड है, एक्टिवली मैनेज म्यूचुअल फंड है, इन ओके. Ravi Prakash, what do you think about investment in gold? No, I don't recommend gold, guys, just not at all. Gold is ये रिटर्न नहीं देता मार्केट में. मतलब इक्विटी जो है, what I call इंडिया के टॉप 50 कंपनीज, राइट? वी ऑल से, और हम समटाइम्स वी आर सेइंग कि मुकेश अंबानी इतना रिच हो गया, अदानी इतना रिच हो गया. अरे अगर आप लोग को भी रिच होना है उनके संग, तो उनके स्टॉक्स में इन्वेस्ट कीजिए. Nobody is stopping us, right? We can buy their stocks and stay invested. We will grow. हमारा wealth भी उन्हीं के wealth की तरह grow होगा. So please invest in India's story if that's what you believe in, right? That's what we said. Investment in mutual fund or stock market, I've told you, it's mutual fund is what I would suggest. Crypto, I don't understand crypto, Bindu, and trust me, मतलब मैं जो आपका जो ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी होती है वो मैं थोड़ा बहुत समझता हूँ, but I don't understand crypto. My wife is from finance background. She understands this very well, but sorry, do not get into something which you don't understand. That's again, it goes back to the rule, wealth preservation. There are many ways to lose your wealth. So I don't recommend it. You want to do it, please do it at your own, because I also invest in angel investment. 90% angel investments will become zero. I know that. So it depends. If you're a sophisticated investor, please kijiye in that. How much of your money I'll let it you do, but in general, I don't recommend people to do it. Okay. What should be the main or basic platform to start saving if you don't have much awareness or knowledge about such platforms? Yeah, बहुत simple है. Please open an account in Zerodha or a Grow. Please open an account. I think that's where you can start and start investing. Start from 500 to 1,000 rupees per month. SIP कीजिए. हाँ, तो देखो Zerodha है, Grow है. Those two which come to my mind. I started from ICICI direct, but वो पैसे वैसे ज्यादा चार्ज करते हैं. Zerodha, Grow और ये सब भी करने की जरूरत नहीं है. म्यूचुअल फंड्स जो म्यूचुअल फंड्स वगैरह हैं उनकी आप उनके वेबसाइट से भी इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं. सो सिंपली जस्ट गो एंड एक्चुअली पुट SIP आप वहां से भी कर सकते हैं. बैंक अकाउंट से लिंक होके बहुत ही सिंपल है. यू डोंट हैव टू इवन गो हियर. Raj, I don't recommend companies. As I told you guys, I'm not a certified investment advisor. Can't advise you. I can only tell you where I put my money, and my learning is I don't invest in companies. Digital gold, guys, gold or digital gold, all are same thing. Just not recommended. I am into stock market in the last 1 to 2. My RO is almost 100. I never like the SIP. But still I have saved money like this. So I stock market. Aditya. So Aditya, एक बहुत interesting चीज है, and you may not like it, and I'm glad that you have earned 100% ROI. Trust me, you are very, very lucky. On an average, people don't earn that in stock market. But अगर हम ये सोचने लगेंगे, because I was lucky in last 2 years, and that luck will persist, I'm sorry, it may not happen. We can come back and check this after 5 years. So I don't recommend it. But again, you may be a much more sophisticated investor and may know much more than what I know. I know very less. So we'll leave that to you. I've already put what I do, right? I don't. In fact, see, I'll also go to this extent and say that Warren Buffett or Rakesh Jhunjhunwala are lucky people. The fact that कोई उनको कॉपी नहीं कर सकता है, कोई कॉपी करके उतने पैसे नहीं बना पाया है, what does that mean? कोई प्रोसेस नहीं है, कोई सिस्टम नहीं है, और जब प्रोसेस नहीं और लॉजिक नहीं रहेगा तो कोई रिपीट नहीं कर सकता उसको. हमारे बहुत सारे मतलब there are many people much smarter than us यार. They've earned like Nobel Prize वगैरह उनको मिला हुआ है, and they have become bankrupt by investing in stock markets. What it means, there's nothing like a system or a process. So जो एवरेज है मार्केट का बहुत डिफिकल्ट है बीट करने के लिए. Pushpendra, you should withdraw the money when you need it. But again, the fact is that stock markets में मतलब when I say index fund वगैरह कर रहे हो, it has to be invested for a long time, 10 years and above. So again, guys, I'm not saying कि सिर्फ invest करते रहो, when you want it, you should take out. I'll give you an example. So we stay in a rented flat in Bangalore. My plan is to हो सकता है 10 years के बाद I'll actually buy a house of ourselves. But I'm not buying it saying कि वो investment है और वो पैसा return करेगा. नहीं, we want a house, and I'm hoping that in 10 years down the line, I will be more settled and we'll buy a house from whatever money that I've saved. So saving इसलिए कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि उसको use करूँगा, right? Not to take with me to my graveyard. Of course, I'll leave some hopefully for my daughter, but yeah, so withdraw it whenever you need the money. But stock market में please be aware, you should invest it anything which you can save for next 10 years, and तभी जाके आपको compounding का effect आएगा. अब्दुल, patience नहीं है यार, उसके तो अलग से बात करना पड़ेगा, and I have kind of now run out of time. So yeah, that is where it is. If you want more questions, actually I have to drive now, and I can join the Zoom on call, but you guys will have to give me like for few minutes, and that's again. So if that is what you all want me to, then maybe you'll have to yeah.
Satya, what I can also do is collect the questions and send it across to you. and maybe you can all answer them together on text, and I'll send it back to them because I know the participants' email IDs and numbers. I'll send it back if that works for you, or if you can do it while driving also, as you wish.
हाँ मतलब I have like another 15 minutes of driving में होगा, but you'll have to like patience. Okay, अगर आप लोग को, and I think I would want more voice वाला chat पे तो बहुत मतलब you know I'll when I'm driving I'll not be able to read the things. I can do it, so I'll leave it to you Devo. हाँ 6:25 पे मेरा hard cut off है, and I'll need another 2-3 minutes to just get me, you know, have to go to office. I have a
Yeah, sure. Guys, you want to continue? You can write a yes or no on the chat box, so we'll know whether you want to continue till 6:25 with your doubts.
Devo, I will join after two minutes on mobile phone, right? And if somebody wants to be there, I'm happy to take that session, huh?
Sure, sure, sir.
Okay, I'll just disconnect now. Thank you very much, guys.
People who want to keep asking doubts, please stay back. I hope the session was useful. You can mention a yes or a no for that also. You will have many speakers who will come on Saturdays in order to speak to you on different topics. Today was about financial independence, managing your finances. They will have different topics on every weekend. Next weekend also there is a session on how to become a good leader, and the session weekend after that also is on marketing and branding, how to create fantastic brands. So you will get to know about each one of those sessions. Also, Vasu says yes, the session was helpful. Achal says yes. So while Satya is joining back, also there are a lot of people from the Youngstar program. I know there are people from outside also. I hope you've been able to visit, make those customer visits today, and collect the necessary information. This is not the platform for discussing that, but I hope that was done. Yes, Bindu, every Saturday there will be a session with industry experts. It may not be every Saturday, but most of the Saturdays that we have will have sessions like this. So आपका जो एक महीना है ये वाले free sessions है, so after you finish your course also you can continue attending these sessions. These keep happening every Saturday. Very useful as always. We'll wait for a minute to for Satya to join back, and then restart. Yeah, Satya, are you back?
Yeah. So I have 15 minutes. If people want to ask any question, I'm happy to.
Guys, please unmute yourself and ask. That would be useful. आप अपने आप को unmute कर लीजिए. सत्या वो chat नहीं पढ़ पाएगा. Unmute करके पूछिए please. While people are deciding, Satya, Abdul Said asked, sir, you talked about patience, but I'm very bad in it. If I want something, I want it now. It's very hard for me to wait for so long. What other options are there for me?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure if there is any other option here to, wealth creation needs that patience. This is a very, very important thing. उसका कोई वो नहीं है, substitute नहीं है. मतलब there is no substitute as per my best understanding.
Okay, interesting answer. Pushpendra का
नहीं है.
answered.
And others can also.
Yeah, guys, I think Akshay was asking something. कोई तो कुछ पूछ रहा था. Please go ahead.
सर एक्चुअली मैं ये पूछ रहा था सर, कब हमें ये लाइक स्टॉप हो जाना चाहिए कि लाइक अब हम फाइनेंशियली फ्री हैं, देन अब इससे आगे लाइक हमें कब पता चलेगा, लाइक कैसे हम अपने आप को लाइक माइंड सेट करें कि नाउ आई एम, बिकॉज सर नीड तो हमेशा बढ़ती रहेगी जैसा आपने कहा, और मुझे भी ये लगता है, बिकॉज यू ऐसे लगता है मैंने ना स्टॉक में इन्वेस्ट किया था, ठीक है, तो जब लाइक अब मेरे को ये लग रहा है कि थोड़ा और बढ़ जान दो फिर निकाल लेंगे पैसे, थोड़ा और हो जान दो, तो लाइक मेरी हमेशा ना बढ़ती जा रही है कि लाइक थोड़ा और मिल जाए फिर निकाल लेंगे या स्टॉप कर देंगे, तो कब हमें पता चलेगा कि अब फाइनेंशियली अब फ्री हैं, अब इन्वेस्टमेंट लाइक या फिर ये चीजें बंद कर देनी चाहिए?
Satya, I think you're on mute if you don't realize. And if you
Sorry, Devo. Okay, I heard the question. Now I'm trying to explain this, right? So imagine that you are a 2-member family and you are staying in a metro city of India. So would it be right to say that 1 lakh, is a good enough amount of money today which will take care of you, right? 1 लाख रुपए में आपके घर का सारा खर्चा वगैरह सब कुछ चला जाएगा. You also have some spare money for your health and for movies or whatever else, right? Now, 1 lakh अगर आप बोलते हैं तो that is equal to 12 lakhs in a year, right? That is the amount of money that you need, right? Now imagine कि आप today you are at the age of 40 and you assume कि you will live till 80, right? What does that mean? That means here another you want money for next 40 years, right? So 12 into 40, how much is that? So 12 lakhs into 40 कितना होगा? 5 crores, roughly 4.8 crores, right? So that money is, let's say, 5 crore. So now, and this is how I look at it, the moment you have 5 crore as a money with you, or as a liquid money, not your house वगैरह में, that is useless, right? Hence why I don't say कि house में नहीं रखिए. तो अगर आपके पास, the day you have 5 crore, you become a financially independent till the age of 80, but in your current lifestyle. Now ये सब को मैथ्स को आप चेंज कर सकते हो. मान लीजिए कि कोई बोलता है यार मेरे को तो 1 लाख क्या, मैं तो 50,000 में ही बहुत खुश हूँ. Great. Then you will hit your then your number is 2.5 crore. If you are saying कि नहीं यार 1 लाख में तो मेरा होता नहीं, मैं 2 लाख रुपए तो मेरे खर्चे हो जाते हैं घर में, per month, या हो जाएंगे, then your amount becomes 10 crore. So this is where it is. This is how it's a very rule of thumb maths करना होगा. इसमें एक चीज होता है कि ये पैसे को आपको you have to put it in a what I would call, so वो पैसा भी आपको इन्वेस्ट करके डालना होगा. मान लीजिए आपके 5 करोड़ है, you have to invest that in instruments which beat inflation. What beats inflation is stock market. So is that clear to everyone? So आप अपने context में ये मैथ्स कर सकते हैं कि यार when do I become financially independent? But again here there's a big catch कि यार आपकी lifestyle आपको बहुत clear रखना पड़ेगा. If you are saying कि नहीं lifestyle मेरा clear नहीं है, lifestyle तो बढ़ाते रहूंगा मैं, then there is no end to it. Then तो
no amount or no maths will ever work because you are escalating your lifestyle. So financial independence, see, you're seeking financial independence not for the कि आपकी lifestyle को बढ़ा सको, because you want control of your time, right? You, let's say you are in a job and you don't like that job, or you want to do something which is maybe आप charity में काम करना चाहते हो, maybe imagine कीजिए आप एक corporate job में हो और आप you find purpose in doing something for charity. Now there, if you want to do, then that's also for which you have to become financially independent. So financial independence means getting control of your time. That's the way I look at it, and that's my philosophy on how to approach financial independence. Anyway, I've given you guys a maths also of how to do the maths to arrive at what I would call what is the financial independence or a number. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
It
sir.
applies to me also. If I escalate my lifestyle, then I'm not financially independent, right? So 2 BHK को अगर मैंने change कर दिया to a villa, then I'm sorry, I'm back to drawing board. Then I need to get a job, and I can't take risk in my life. Yeah. Are there more questions, guys?
Sir, accelerating lifestyle would be good.
Sorry, नहीं समझा question.
Sir, I think accelerating lifestyle is everyone should.
Sorry, Devo, I didn't understand this question.
थोड़ा clearly पूछोगे? I think the voice is not coming clearly.
Yeah, तो chat पे डाल दो, somebody can read out, for me. So Devo, I'll have another 5 minutes,
Sure. Maybe we can take 2 more questions, Satya. Yeah, guys, 2 और question. आप लोग कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं तो please go ahead.
So how to select a good mutual fund to earn maximum returns?
Satya, could you hear it?
नहीं, repeat करना ना please, Devo.
How to select a good mutual fund to earn maximum returns? ये question है.
अच्छा, so देखिए, I think and मेरे ना कुछ slides जो है ना Devo, जो मेरे personal वाले हैं, feel free to share, to the team, because I have given कि मैं किसमें invest करता हूँ, कैसे करता हूँ. And guys, मैंने आप लोगों को क्यों share किया कि मैं किसमें करता हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि ये मेरी जितनी अपनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, मेरा अपना IQ है, जो भी लेवल का IQ, मुझे लगता है कि बेस्ट है, राइट? मैं अपने लिए जो करूँ is like the best that I can possibly do or think about it, right? So I'll recommend those only. So I will recommend you UTI index fund. For index fund में investment करना है, अगर actively managed fund में करना है तो वो पारंपरिक है. मैं तो यहाँ तक आप लोग को percentages और allocations भी दिए हुए हैं कि किस तरीके से मैं करता हूँ. So that will be what my recommendation will be to you all. See, you asked the question कि best return, यार मुझे best नहीं पता दोस्त. अगर best पता होता तो फिर मैं मतलब I'm God. तो वॉरेन बुफे क्या मतलब कोई भी नहीं है वो मेरे सामने में. That is where I keep saying कि मार्केट को लोग बीट नहीं कर सकते, उसके लिए गॉड होना चाहिए. You have to be a god. So which we are not. So hence my recommendation is don't try to be the best. Try to be average. Because in the pursuit of being best, we may lose also. That's my suggestion. So yeah, there is a comment from Abhishek saying accelerating lifestyle according to time is good. Yes, it is definitely good. As long as your income, whether active income or passive income, is able to keep up with your accelerating lifestyle. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
या तो देखिए जो आपने कहा, ऑफ कोर्स यार हम सब चाहते हैं कि लाइफस्टाइल बेटर हो, वो एक ह्यूमन वो है, एंड आई एग्री विथ यू कंप्लीटली, बट वही सिंपल फिलॉसफी ना, जितनी चादर है उतनी पांव फैलाइए. और अगर आपको सेव करना है, राइट, फ्यूचर में आप फाइनेंशियली इंडिपेंडेंट होना चाहते हैं, तो आपको अपने चादर के से पाँव भी नहीं फैलाना, चादर के अंदर ही, चादर बड़ी होनी चाहिए और आपका पाँव अंदर ही होना चाहिए, राइट? सो मे बी फोल्ड योर लेग्स इन द चादर इफ यू वांट टू बिकम फाइनेंशियली इंडिपेंडेंट। अर्ली स्टेज में, अर्ली स्टेजेस में करना पड़ता है।
Sir, I want to ask a question, sir.
हाँ जी, बोलिए सर।
Sir, I was telling that if as a beginner one has to invest, what should be the percentage of investment in mutual fund and stock market?
सो ओके, तो देखिए ये तो मैंने कहा था कि यार मैंने इनिशियली ना स्टॉक मार्केट, इंडेक्स फंड, म्यूचुअल फंड में करते हो तो वो भी ये स्टॉक मार्केट में इन्वेस्ट होता है। माय ओनली सबमिशन इज, एंड आई लीव इट आप लोग को किस में करना है, इज टू इन्वेस्ट इन इंडेक्स फंड्स, यू नो, और एक एक्टिवली मैनेज्ड फंड दिया हुआ अगर आप लोग को बहुत चाहिए तो, not when I don't invest in individual stocks. That's my only suggestion. See, you don't know what will happen to Reliance. You don't know what will happen to in TCS. You don't know what will happen to Infosys. If you think you know, then I would say that you are God, right? So तो यार मतलब हम ह्यूमंस क्या बोलेंगे, इसलिए मैं इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ इंडेक्स फंड में, क्योंकि वो इंडेक्स फंड इन्वेस्ट करता है टॉप 50 कंपनीज ऑफ इंडिया. So that's my recommendation. You know, my recommendation is I usually go for 100% equity. Again, equity में वो पैसे आप डालिए जो आप 10 साल तक डाल सकते हैं. अगर आपको वो अगले महीने चाहिए या अगले 3 साल में चाहिए, अगले 5 साल में चाहिए, तो प्लीज नहीं डालिए, because you don't know how the market will be there, right? In next 3 or 5 years. But as I showed you guys my own personal example, if you are invested for a long time, trust me, you are going to earn. You know, and मैंने तो आपको एक बहुत एवरेज म्यूचुअल फंड के का दिखाया था, राइट? जो 3 स्टार रेटिंग है, तो वो उसने भी 15% अर्न करके दिया हुआ है. और आफ्टर मार्केट हैज गॉन अप, मार्केट्स हैव गॉन डाउन, यू नो, वो फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस आया था, भगवान जाने कितने सारे क्राइसिस आए थे. In spite of all of that, we have, you know, so yeah.
Thank you, sir.
देबू, इसमें एक बार डेक में देख लेना, if there's something that you want to remove, otherwise feel free to share the deck with people. You know, it will give them an idea of what, especially the last 2 slides में तो I've told them what to do and what not to do.
Done, sir. Done. I think we can call it a day. Already 6:20. I think you also have to reach office. But it's been an absolute pleasure, Satya, listening to you and the very basic, simple thoughts, but something that we all miss out on in planning our financial freedom. A lot of these participants are starting their career and will start to earn now, and they are going to benefit a lot, right? I wish someone would have given me this advice in maybe 2004 when I was also in engineering, but glad that at least it has come to us now. So thank you very much, Satya, for the time spent. It was absolute pleasure to have you with us on the Crack platform.
Thank you, and likewise, you know, and guys, it's my, you know, I see, as I told you guys, right, I only share with you whatever I do, right? The idea is to, you know, and this is not a profession for me, it's more of a passion, and I believe that as what Debo said, right, or the earlier we start better, even if it's starting with 100 rupees, 500 rupees, please do it. You know, and trust me, your older self 20 years down the line will thank me. You know, but what I will feel good about is that, yeah, I have been able to, you know, make a small difference in some young people's life.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for joining.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. See you soon with other sessions. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thanks. Bye.